Greetings, dear twins. This Thursday, October 12th, promises to be eventful and full of surprises. The stars are preparing for you a dynamic cocktail of energy and possibilities, but at the same time they call for prudence and thoughtfulness. The main astrological event of the day is the retrograde Mercury, your planetary ruler. Do not be afraid of this word. Yes, Mercury slows down a bit, and this can affect the sphere of communication, thinking, travel and technology. But instead of seeing this as an obstacle, let's consider Mercury retrograde as a chance for deep introspection, rethinking, and even new discoveries. This period can be a time of reset for you, when you can put your thoughts, plans, and relationships in order. Are you ready to make the most of this time for yourself? Then read on and find out what surprises the stars have prepared for you on October 12th. Mercury in retrograde, a challenge or a chance? Let's figure out what this mysterious, retrograde Mercury is, which is so often mentioned in astrological forecasts and causes some anxiety for many. In fact, the planet does not begin to move backwards in its orbit, it is just an optical illusion that arises due to the difference in the speeds of movement of the Earth and Mercury around the Sun. From the point of view of an earthly observer, Mercury seems to stop for a while and begins to move in the opposite direction, although in fact it continues its movement in orbit, just slower than the Earth. Astrologically, this period, which happens 3 to 4 times a year and lasts about 3 weeks, is associated with a slowdown and revision of the processes associated with Mercury. And Mercury, as it is known, in astrology is responsible for communication, thinking, learning, movement, trade, information and technology. Therefore, during its retrograde period, we may encounter various delays, misunderstandings, errors and technical failures in these areas. But do not take retrograde Mercury as a universal evil or a reason for panic. On the contrary, this is a great time for internal work, rethinking past experiences, analyzing your actions and plans for the future. Imagine that you are swimming against the current of a river. Yes, it requires a lot of effort, but it allows you to assess the path you have traveled, see it from a new perspective and, perhaps, find more effective ways to achieve your goals. Retrograde Mercury is a time to slow down, stop, look back and analyze your experience. This is a chance to correct the mistakes of the past, complete the pending cases, review your priorities and find new ways of development. For Gemini, whose planetary ruler is Mercury, this period can be especially important and transformational. Your dual nature, love of communication and new knowledge, as well as the constant need for movement and change, will be tested for strength. There may be misunderstandings with others, technical failures, delays in travel and business, or return to old projects or relationships. But don't despair. Use this time to slow down, listen to your inner voice, analyze your strengths and weaknesses, and review your priorities. This is a period when your natural flexibility and adaptability will help you cope with any difficulties and make the most of the situation. Tips for the period of retrograde Mercury. Avoid making important decisions, signing contracts, and making large purchases. If possible, postpone these actions for the period after Mercury retrograde. For example, you should not enter into important transactions, buy real estate or a car, make large investments or start a new business. If it is impossible to postpone these actions, be extremely careful, double-check all the details, consult with experts and do not rush to conclusions. Carefully check all the information you receive. During this period, the likelihood of errors and misrepresentations of information increases, especially in writing. Be vigilant and don't take everything for granted. Double-check the facts, clarify the details, do not trust rumors and gossip. Be careful in communication, avoid gossip and conflicts. Retrograde Mercury can provoke misunderstandings and quarrels. Try to express yourself clearly, listen carefully to the interlocutors and do not take everything to heart. Avoid involvement in conflicts, do not get involved in disputes and do not spread gossip. Use this time for introspection, meditation, and planning for the future. This is a great time to put your thoughts and feelings in order, set new goals for yourself and develop a strategy to achieve them. Engage in introspection, think about your values, desires and aspirations. Meditate to calm your mind and find inner harmony. Make a plan for the future, consider the steps that need to be taken to achieve your goals. Love and relationships. Retrograde Mercury can bring some instability to the Gemini love sphere. There may be misunderstandings with a partner, the return of old relationships, unexpected meetings with people from the past. Do not rush to make sudden movements and make important decisions. Show patience and attention to your loved one, avoid conflicts, use this time to strengthen existing relationships and better understand each other. Open and sincere conversations will help you resolve any difficulties that arise. For example, if you have unresolved issues with your partner, Mercury retrograde may be a good time to return to these issues and find a solution. If you've been wanting to talk to your partner about something important for a long time, but still haven't decided, now is the time to do it. The main thing is to speak calmly and constructively, avoiding accusations and reproaches. For single twins, this period can be a chance to meet someone from the past or rethink their desires in a relationship. Do not be afraid of new acquaintances, but also do not rush to conclusions and expectations. Perhaps you will see old acquaintances in a new light or understand which partner you really want to see next to you. This is a good time to analyze your past experience in a relationship, understand what mistakes you have made, and determine what qualities are important to you in a partner. Work and finances. In the workplace, retrograde Mercury can lead to delays in projects, errors in documents, and the need to revise plans. It is not necessary to start new projects during this period, it is better to focus on finalizing current tasks. Be attentive to details, check documents carefully, and avoid risky financial transactions and large investments. This is a good time to analyze your professional achievements, evaluate your strengths and weaknesses, and plan further career development. For example, if you have long wanted to improve your skills or learn a new profession, retrograde Mercury may be a good time to start studying. If you are unhappy with your current job, you can use this period to find a new job or to think about how you can improve your position at your current job. Health and well-being. Retrograde Mercury can negatively affect the nervous system of twins. There may be increased irritability, insomnia, headaches, problems with concentration, increased fatigue. Pay attention to rest and relaxation, practice meditation or yoga, engage in your favorite hobby, adjust your daily routine, try to get enough sleep and eat right. Avoid stressful situations, try to spend more time outdoors, do sports or fitness. Creativity and self-development. Despite some difficulties, retrograde Mercury can be a favorable period for creativity and self-development. This is a time for inner growth, the search for new ideas and inspiration. Engage in your favorite creativity, start learning something new, reconsider your goals and plans for the future. Perhaps you will discover hidden talents in yourself or find new sources of inspiration. For example, if you have long wanted to learn how to draw, play a musical instrument, or write poetry, retrograde Mercury may be a good time to start doing this. If you have any creative projects that you have been putting off for a long time, now is the time to get back to them. Additional section, Gemini and retrograde Mercury, the magic of communication and the power of words. Gemini, as you know, are masters of communication. You easily find a common language with people, like to communicate, share information and learn new things. However, retrograde Mercury can introduce some confusion in this area. Your words can be misinterpreted, and your thoughts can get confused and confuse others. But do not despair. Instead of being afraid of misunderstandings, use this period to improve your communication skills and learn to master the power of words. Here are some tips to help you with this. Practice active listening, listen carefully to the interlocutor, try to understand his point of view, ask clarifying questions. Do not interrupt and do not be distracted by extraneous thoughts. Be clear and specific in your statements, avoid ambiguous phrases and obscure hints. Speak simply and clearly so that you can be easily understood. Write letters and messages with extreme care, Reread what you have written several times to make sure that your words cannot be interpreted ambiguously. Check grammar and spelling. Use humor and positivity in communication. Even in difficult situations, try to keep a positive attitude and use humor to defuse the situation. Learn new languages and communication techniques. Mercury retrograde is a great time to start learning a new language or to master new communication techniques, such as public speaking or negotiation techniques. In the period of retrograde Mercury, your words gain special power. Be attentive to what you say and write. Your thoughts and words can materialize, so try to think positively and say only what you want to see in your life. Use the retrograde Mercury as an opportunity to improve your communication skills, learn to master the power of words and bring positive changes into your life. Dear Gemini, as you can see, retrograde Mercury is not a reason for panic or despondency. On the contrary, this is a unique time for rebooting, rethinking and new discoveries. This is a chance to slow down, listen to yourself, put your thoughts and plans in order, and move forward with renewed vigor. Make the most of this period for yourself. Engage in introspection, develop your talents, strengthen relationships with loved ones, and plan for the future. And remember that all difficulties are temporary, and the stars are always on your side. To keep up to date with all astrological events and receive timely advice from the stars, subscribe to our horoscope newsletter. We will be happy to help you navigate the world of astrology and use its power to achieve happiness and success. I wish you good luck and inspiration during the retrograde Mercury period. May this time be a period of growth, development and positive changes for you.